Hey everybody, it's Anna. Welcome to a new tarot story this week. We start with the Tuesday card, and for that we have the Five of Cups reversed. So the number five connects to challenge and conflict, and cups are connected to the heart, which is about feeling connected to other people, emotionally fulfilled, and also feeling grounded in your intuitive genius. So this is the challenge point of the heart's journey, basically. And the image shows this fellow looking back at a home as though he's been exiled from it. He looks sad and despondent. It is a very heavy feeling card. It's like he's mourning what he has lost, right? Here we have three cups that are turned over, representing that loss. But behind the man are two upright cups, basically saying that, yes, this is a loss. We need to acknowledge it and process it and heal it. But once we're done with this work, once we can leave this behind, there's more opportunity available if we can take our focus away from what we've lost, which is what he's focusing on right now. So when this card shows up, it suggests that we are ready to acknowledge our past loss, our past grief. First of all, there's two pieces to the challenge. One is you have to acknowledge what you've lost, right? And a lot of times we avoid even that because when we experience a big loss, we often feel overwhelmed by it. We're not quite ready to even acknowledge it. So we kind of, close it off and move on, right? So firstly, this challenge is about recognizing how the loss, the pain of what we've experienced. And then it's about, acknowledging it, blessing it, and healing it, kind of releasing our energy from it so we can continue on the rest of the journey. I said the five is the point of conflict and challenge. It's also the midway point. So it's like at this point, we're going to either go forward or go backward, right? So this card basically says if you can meet this challenge, you are ready to move forward. Your heart is ready to move into the rest of its work. If you either don't acknowledge this or you don't heal this, you're going to be stuck in this position a little longer, and these blessings will have to wait until you're ready, right? So this came to us reversed. And that suggests to me that maybe we're in a holding pattern around healing something. And I will say this not only because the rest of the story seems to fit that idea, but also because this is a challenge I'm in the middle of right now. I just realized maybe last week that I have this very big sort of space in my life that needs to be released and healed, right? And it's something that I've had for so long, I kind of thought it was part of me, which is often the case with wounds. Like we have them for so long, we think, well, that's just part of my character, my characteristics or my personality traits, when really it's something that's blocking who we are, right? So I kind of realized that I've got this big blank spot where a wound really is. And I thought, okay, I need to heal that. If I can heal that, I can change things about my life. I'll be able to access more energy and actually continue on my path. But I haven't done it yet. So it's interesting. I've been talking to my husband. I'm like, I know it's there. I can feel the huge impact it's making on my life, but I'm not ready to release it. So I think that's true sometimes. I think healing, because when you heal this thing, you then move forward, right? And that means really because our mind is the actor in the physical realm. The mind has to feel ready for it. And I think such a huge part of the spiritual journey is being kind to ourselves, is recognizing when we are frightened, when we feel uncertain, when we feel unready. Now, I'm not saying we don't sometimes challenge ourselves to move forward, like it's time to go, but I also think we need to be very tender and attentive to the fact that our mind is in this world doing difficult things, especially if you are a body or heart intuitive, because that means your mind is walking on faith a good portion of the time. It's walking in blindness and in the dark, right? My mind always tells me, I'm naked and unguarded in the world. That's very difficult for the mind sometimes, right? So we want to recognize that the mind is being faithful. It's doing its best, but it does need a break sometimes. The mind knows when it's ready. So I've noticed in the last week, I'm sort of waiting for the go ahead from my mind. I'm waiting for mind to say, you know what? Okay, let's do it. And until then, I'm trying to be patient and loving, saying there is a timing to things, right? It's really important as well to not think we're running out of time or opportunities. That's a big thing, scarcity. Oh my gosh, I need to clear everything and move right now, and I'm gonna miss my path. No, you're not. The path does not exist apart from you. You are the path. So if it takes you 2 weeks or 3 weeks or a year or 2 years to heal something, then the path waits for you, or there's a different path showing. So, the idea that we have to somehow respond to some outside expectation of when things happen and how they happen is actually being unkind. It's being non-responsive to our own inner workings. So, and the mind is our ally. It's part of us. It deserves to be loved. It deserves to be cared for, and it deserves to be honored. So I always say, the soul never bullies the mind. Always encourages, heals, supports. Whatever the mind needs, the soul's there for it. Because the soul's only agenda is that the mind be healthy and loved and strong. That should be our agenda. Maybe it takes us 1.5 years to get to that next step, but by golly, when we do it, our mind's going to be healthy, strong, and loved. So that's today's card. See you tomorrow for our next one. Bye.